Afternoon. It's Tuesday, Independence Day, July 4th. 12:25 right now. Just wanted to get this video out. I want to talk about fake news. And you might be surprised where I'm going with this, but fake news I'm talking about is not the CNBC and CNN and the MSN and all that other mainstream media fake news that our president talks about. Fake news I want to talk about is every amateur with a YouTube channel promoting gold is going to 6,000, gold is going to 8,000, the dollar's going to crash, the crash is imminent. Um, Two specific things I want to talk about. Janet Yellen made a comment the other day that she doesn't believe that we will have another financial crisis in her lifetime. Now, as soon as she said that, a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon and said, "Oh, that's it, famous last words. You can guarantee we're going to have another financial crash in our lifetimes. Um, they get it all wrong. The crash is coming." Really? Let's think about that because they didn't. So let's think about that. How many true financial crashes or crises have we had in the last 90 years? We've had the Great Depression in the 30s, and we had the 2008 credit crisis. So when I do the math, let's say 1930 to 2008, that's 78 years. That's basically a lifetime. So based on the past, it's reasonable to say we won't have enough credit for another 70 years. So she's right. You say, how could that be? I mean, sure, there's been lots of bear markets. I mean, that's part of the business cycle. Bull markets, bear markets. There's been periods of stagflation, inflation. These are not crisis. Okay, there's been, you know, the S&L crisis, for lack of a better words, but that's nothing compared to the depression and the 2008 credit crisis. So when she says that she doesn't expect to see another crisis in our lifetime, you know what? She may well be right. But what happens? One person says, no, 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 that's famous last words. The crisis is right around the corner. And then everybody they just repeat what somebody else says. So there's a lot of fake news going around right now. Somebody reads something on Zero Hedge, and then you got 2 dozen people basically regurgitating the same information on their YouTube channels. This is all fake news. Am I saying there won't be another crisis in our lifetime? That's not what I'm saying. But you know what? She might very well be right based on history. They don't come around that often. We had the Great Depression and we had the '08 credit crisis. 78 years between crises. Okay, sure, there's been plenty of bear markets in between. The dot-com bubble, that wasn't a crisis. That was just a bubble, okay, that corrected down to fair value. It wasn't a crisis. So she's right. She's been wrong in a lot of other things, okay, like most Fed people. Not necessarily wrong in this. Okay, so if somebody's just going to read something that Zero Hedge says or somebody else says in their YouTube video and then it just gets repeated over and over and over again, this is a waste of time. It really is. Don't be fooled by this nonsense. There's a lot of fake news. I'm not going to name names. You know who they are. I'm not going to name names. Any amateur with a YouTube video, okay, that they don't really have an in-depth knowledge of the subject they're talking about. They just repeat what they heard, basically. That's fake news item number one. Fake news item number two. I'm sure you all heard it. Keep stacking. Keep stacking. Really? Keep stacking? Let's think about that. They didn't. Let's think about it. Now, who are the people that are telling you to keep stacking gold and silver? If they knew what they were doing, they bought gold when it was like $250 an ounce back in 1999, 2000, and they bought silver when it was $4 or $5 back in 1999, 2000. And if they knew what they were doing, they were stacking all along as it was going up and up and up. And if they knew what they were doing, they dumped it all when it hit 1900 and almost 50. They're out. Okay, they're not stacking anymore. They've stacked when you were supposed to stack. They dumped when it was time to dump. So the people who missed all that because they didn't see it, who were wrong basically and got in late, they're the ones telling you to stack now. It's not the time to stack now as it goes from 50 to 40 to 30 to 20 to 15. Okay, who are they kidding? Keep stacking. You listening to the people that got it wrong. They missed the first bull market and now they think they're in a bull market now. And they're buying as it goes down. This is fake news. I don't want to be the one to break your heart because I know you want to hear gold's going to 5,000. I know you want to hear silver's going to 100. And there's plenty of fake news people out there that'll tell you that. But it's not. Get over it. Total fake news. Anyway, with that said, you know what? Keep your eyes on the truth. Okay? Stop falling for all these amateurs with YouTube videos. And there's a lot of them, and I'm not going to name names. But it's really getting criminal. It's really getting criminal. Okay? Have a happy, healthy Independence Day. Thank the Lord for our freedoms. Okay? Remember, freedom comes from the Lord, it doesn't come from the government.